everybody, hope you're well. It's been a while since I've done a video like this, so I thought I would do an update, looking at the screen, look at the camera, Chris, be professional, look at the camera, hello. Right, so yes, it's been a while since I've done a video. I'd say I've been busy, but I haven't been sort of, yeah, a bit cloud nine really. I had a flare, which I did post about, so that obviously explains, I'm not, you know, when I'm having a flare, I'm not really up to doing much of anything at all really, apart from resting, so that's what I did do. You know, I took the time away. I've posted the odd thing about when I've gone out and done my sort of daily exercise and stuff. The toadster, who's currently falling asleep on the floor over there. But yeah, and just sort of taking it easy really, trying this and that as I continue to, you know, work out some sort of balance between what I can and can't do, and testing the waters with that. Sometimes pushing it to the levels that I shouldn't be, but that's, you know, part and parcel of fibromyalgia, is finding a balance. What I mean by that is I'm not going rock climbing or anything, nothing extreme like that, but I'm trying different foods and, you know, continuing to work out what works for me and what doesn't, compared to what used to be the case. I've mentioned before, but if you're new around here, for me dairy was a big no-no. I cut that out, and that did make a huge difference with the symptoms in terms of the things like nauseous, I was getting very, very nauseous when I was eating dairy still. And also I was reading that wrong, because a lot of the problems with fibromyalgia is, well, the whole thing with fibromyalgia really, is the body's inability to read things correctly and how it used to. So, you know, that sick feeling you get when you haven't eaten for a while and you're hungry, when it especially was apparent when I was still able to work, was if my lunch was later than usual, I was feeling really, really nauseous, and it wasn't that I was like, oh, maybe I shouldn't eat, I feel sick. That actually made it worse, and a lot of times I felt like that. I felt like I was burning up. I felt like I had a temperature when it didn't, and my stomach was turning, all the rest of it, and I felt sick. But not eating is the worst thing you can do with fibromyalgia. The best thing to do is eat in small amounts, but consistent. Because if you leave it too long, then that normal sick feeling you get is amplified, like everything with fibro. It's horrendously amplified and everything's blown out of proportion. So end up feeling a lot more sicker because I didn't eat. So then, yeah, I've worked that out over time, and I say this is something, and I've mentioned a lot of times. It's a long road ahead. There's many obstacles in the way, and as I've just messaged someone about, actually, is a fellow sufferer. Well, she might be a sufferer of fibromyalgia. She doesn't know yet. That's just an ongoing thing with her, but she's doing some great content with her own conditions that she doesn't know about, with epilepsy, and yeah, it's very refreshing to continue to see the amount of sort of it's a mixture of confidence and strength really, to talk about a condition that you know, a lot of people suffer with, and a lot of the symptoms are very personal, and seeing people do it. And the same with fibromyalgia, is seeing the people who are dealing with a lot, and really, you know, quite horrifying symptoms with a lot of these things, and with chronic conditions and stuff the like. And people actually, those people like myself, who are sort of chucking that out to the world and going, you know, this is the harsh reality of XYZ, and what we're trying to do to sort of spread awareness really. Because ultimately, if we don't, and we all just suffer in silence with these conditions, nobody's really going to understand it. And the worst thing for me, and then the mindset that has been from the beginning, apart from doing all I can to sort of best have a life balance, you know, the condition is something that's ongoing, and it will be ongoing for many years, and probably realistically all of my life I will be continuing to see what works, what doesn't, and making the best adjustments. I'm losing train of thought here, the fibro fog is not helping. But yeah, it's, someone's got to say it, because the worst thing, that was it, the worst thing for me would be if I didn't do it and there was somebody out there who had started to have my condition and really felt like I did, which was completely oblivious to what the hell was going on. Before I got the diagnosis, I didn't know what was wrong with me. There's a lot of times, and I probably said it multiple times in videos, a lot of times I thought, oh, you know, have I got something, am I dying? Because I was in bed initially, I was bed bound for a good few weeks. It was over a month actually. I mean, I kept on having to go back to bed, and I still do, but not to the level that I did at the beginning, before some sort of medication was there to support me, which for me is amitriptyline. I take pain medication on and off, but amitriptyline was the big helper. Before that, it was a lot more worse, and also then learning of dairy not being able to be consumed anymore. But before that, yeah, I was, stuck in bed a lot of nights, of stomach horrific. You get bloating pains, you get IBS with fibro, you get pain for doing anything, and then sometimes you'll be feeling like I was getting better. And on that note, I actually found a video the other day, obviously me being into my cameras and stuff. I was blogging, luckily, really early days of me getting ill. Back when they was being told, oh, it sounds like you've been on, been some sort of viral thing, and you've got a virus, and they were doing all the blood tests and stuff. And I have that, and I will be sharing an edited version of that at some point. For two reasons it'll be edited. One, the stuff that doesn't need to be in there, and two, the stuff that I wouldn't want to be in, the public domain, as it were. But I will edit it and show really the confused, version of myself, really going, what the hell's going on with me, and the early days of me being off sick from work as well, when it's the longest I'd ever been away from work. And obviously I'm not working now, I've mentioned that before, and I'm trying to sort of find a way back to some sort of normality, but because of all the coronavirus, that's just slowed everything down. Well, it stopped everything with the hospital side of things, and I'm making progress this way, here and there, but ultimately I'm not anywhere near where I want to be, and I will push forward with baby steps. I can't jump all guns glazing, because it will just backfire heavily, and it will really ultimately slow me down in my goal to move forward and whatever I want to do, and such. But I feel this video is getting away from me. But yeah, I just wanted to post a video, let you know I'm still around. And yeah, I've been very quiet on social media. YouTube, I've done some videos of the camera stuff, and I've said before, and I'll say again, with any condition like this, starters, you have to focus on yourself, because ultimately it's your health. But secondly, having something passion-wise to focus on will massively increase your ability to cope with the situation. And that's why, for me, video work, and I have all this equipment, I'm lucky that I have all this equipment. I've picked up things here and there over the last few years, which have allowed me to do stuff like this. And I've got the professional cameras, they're old, but they do the job well. And I've got rid of some of the heavier stuff that I can unfortunately no longer handle. I mean, I wouldn't be able to hold this camera, for instance, for any long period of time, but I've got a tripod, I have all that stuff. Yeah, I don't know what I'm saying anymore, so I'm probably going to tie this up. But yeah, I just wanted to say, I hope you're all well. Message me if you have anything to, if you want to talk about anything, or ask me any questions. Open up the world, open up people. If you want to send me any messages, please do so. But yeah, I just wanted to post something and say things are moving forward, but not at the speed I want, but they are moving forward. We're in 2021 now. Let's very much write off, as I said before, 2020 was a bad year for many things. Forgetting even my condition, obviously losing my father in early 2020 as well, and everything, and all the stuff that came with dealing with that at the best of times, but dealing with it during a pandemic. And it made a already depressing situation worse, basically. But we are in 2021 now. I'm looking forward. The the vaccine, with the COVID situation, we're in a much better place there. So let's stay positive on that. I'm avoiding all the people who talk about them saying it's a cold and all the other crap that we've had to unfortunately hear from many people's voices throughout, well, since it started really. But yeah, things are getting better. The NHS though are obviously doing an amazing job, and I thank everybody at the NHS. If anyone sees us here, you're amazing. You're doing an amazing job at the most horrendous time in, for most people, their careers in the NHS. But things are looking brighter. We are moving forward. My mum actually gets a vaccine tomorrow, so that's going to be a weight off her mind and mine, because all throughout this thing was always, apart from me not catching the damn thing, I didn't want to get it and give it to my parents, and yeah, it's just sort of been an ongoing stress which doesn't help with fibro. Stress really does not help. But yes, as I've said multiple times, I'm going to tie this up now. So yeah, I will speak to you all again soon. Hope you're doing well. Stay strong. Try and keep positive. Things are moving forward. As long as you keep going, you're going in the direction. That don't make any sense. Just know that we're all going to get there. We're all going to work a balance in the end. Things will get better. With COVID and your condition, it's just finding a better balance. Things will take time. I'll speak to you all again soon. See you later.